Hey guys, I'm Allison. Thanks so much for being here with me today. So I know I have been talking about this palette a lot on my channel lately. I've done a few different types of videos with this palette already. And the reason I keep talking about it is because I feel like it is so well deserved. And the palette I'm referring to is the Too Faced Pretty Rich palette. Yeah, I'm going to save my thoughts for the end, but spoiler alert, I really like it. So the Too Faced Pretty Rich palette just came out like a couple weeks ago, and I don't think that there was a better time for this to come out because of the formulas that are inside this palette. So this, I'm going to read off of the box here. This captivating collection of 16 ultra luxe shades of vivid glitters, creamy mattes, opulent shimmers, and precious pearls can be layered in infinite ways to mimic the multifaceted beauty of real diamonds. So in this palette, you get 4 diamond shaped pressed gel glitter shadows, meaning that they're in a diamond shape in the palette. So let me just go ahead and show you what it looks like. So here is the palette, and then you can see here there's 4 rows of shadows and there's a glitter in each row. So here's one here, here's the glitter here, and then a glitter here, and then a glitter here. So this pressed gel glitter shadow formula is kind of something different that I'm seeing lately. The other palette that I can think that has that in the palette is the Huda New Nude palette. And so it's just a really interesting texture. It's not like this, you know, you think of like up until this point it's really kind of been loose glitter and you just kind of have to deal with it and use a glitter glue. Now Stylo came out with those liquid glitter products that are in the tube, and that's a liquid formula, and this is a gel formula, so it feels even different from that Stylo formula. Now the box says prime Too Faced tip: prime lids with Too Faced glitter glue for best results. Use your finger when applying the pressed gel glitter formula. I have different thoughts on that, and I will share them at the end of this video. So for now, I'm going to swatch all the shades for you, and I'll show you the swatches. So I actually decided to swatch the 4 diamond gel pressed shadows first. So here they are. Now they're gonna swatch a little choppy because that's just the nature of the formula, but they don't perform that way on the eyes. This is the first row. Is the second row. Right up here. Here is that third row here. There's the fourth row. Hey guys, I think I have like 4 looks that I've done with this palette over the past couple weeks, and I'm just gonna go ahead and show you all those looks now. So Too Faced always sends one of these little cards with all their palettes to give you ideas, and I've always wanted to like go through these palettes and use the ideas for looks to see what I think and how easy they are to put together. So today I'm going to use this one here. I'm quite excited to use that Set the Jewel Tones shadow in this way. So I'm just going to follow what the directions say. So step 1, smoke coal under pressure into outer eye and blend upward. Then smoke into outer lower lash line. Okay, so that's this one here. We're going smoky today. I gotta find the right brush. Okay, and then I'm going to take a blending brush. I'm going to take a little bit smaller of a blending brush. This is a Morphe 573. And I'm just going to try and smoke that up into the crease a little bit. I'm going to tap into the product a little bit. Oh, now we got to put that under the lower lash line. So I'm going to take a Makeup Geek pencil brush to do that. Make sure I connect that to the upper lash line as well. Okay, step 2, blend, set the jewel tone onto the center of the lid. Okay, that is this shade right here. So I'm just gonna dip my finger into that. It says press silver spoon onto inner lid and then use your finger to layer Diamond Life on top. What's silver spoon? Okay, this is silver spoon and then this is Diamond Life. So I'll just take my middle finger here and then I'm just going to go into that Diamond Life also with my middle finger and pack that on the inner third. That is a very multi-dimensional glitter. There's all sorts of shades in there. I think though I am going to use one of the crease shades to kind of blend in the crease because I'm just not used to nothing being there. So I'm going to take a JH32 from Morphe and I'm going to go into Fancy That, which is this cooler toned matte shade. And I'm just going to kind of blend. So you can totally tell that she has glitter on the lower lash line, but that step's not in here. So I'm just going to take a Morphe E36 and go back into Fancy That. I'm going to kind of blend under my lower lash line to blend that black out. And then we'll see if I put any glitter on the bottom there. I'm just kind of blending around that outer corner because it's a little harsh. Very carefully. Okay. I am going to catch this eye up with this eye and do the rest of my makeup, and I'll come back and I'll show you a close-up of the eyes done, and then I'll show you the whole look done. Okay guys, so this is the finished look with all the rest of my makeup done. I did do one thing that I didn't film, and that was I looked at the eyes and I thought that they could use a little warmth, so I did go into the warm toned matte shadow in that palette, in the Pretty Rich palette, and I just ran that through my crease and I just warmed it up a little bit, and I really liked how it looked, and I think I really like this finished look. So here is the finished look for you. And here's a look of it like more zoomed out. So I think that zooming out gives you like a little bit better view of like what you actually look like than when it's so up close. But yeah, this is it. So I hope you enjoyed this first look. I thought I was going to take a break from this palette today, but I saw a YouTube video this morning and I was like, I have to do that look. So I'm modifying it a little bit though. So I'm just going to start. I'm going to go in with It's Cashmere, this warm crease shade there. I'm just going to dab that into place. And I'm going to top that with this gorgeous gold glitter in Fluent in Diamonds. I'm just going to use my middle finger and pack that. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh. That is so pretty. I'm going to deepen up my crease with this Oh That's Rich shade. If I had been thinking, I would have done this before I put the glitter on. And I'm just going to go back into It's Cashmere, just because I feel like I lost a little bit of that when I placed the darker shade. I'm going to work on my lower lash line a bit, and I'm just going to take this Oh That's Rich shade and a JH42. Now with a pencil brush, I'm going to dip back into It's Cashmere and just blend that lower lash line out a bit. I'm going to dip into the Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette just for the black shade, just to line my upper lash line. Okay, I'm going to catch this eye up and I will be right back. Okay guys, so this is today's finished look. I'll close my eyes so you can see the shadow a little bit better. Okay guys, here it is. This gold shade is absolutely stunning. Oh my gosh, I can't even with it. It's such a pretty, pretty gold. Okay guys, I think I have one more look coming at you, so stay tuned. We are going to start today with this cool toned matte shade called Fancy That. And I'm just going to run that through my crease. I'm going to deepen that up with this matte shade here called Oh That's Rich. I'm going to press Highly Selective onto my crease. Ooh, that's pretty. And now for the pizzazz. I've been waiting all week to use this shade. I'm going to take Diamond Glitterati just on my index finger, and I'm going to press that onto the lid. That's pretty. I'm going to take Oh That's Rich on a Jaclyn Hill 42 and run that along my lower lash line. And I'm going to blend out with that cool toned matte shade called Fancy That on this Morphe pencil brush. Dipping back into that Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette just for the black shade. And I'm going to line my upper lash line. Guys, I'm going to finish off my face and I'll be right back. So the final step I'm going to take is I'm just going to take a little bit of this Clutch Your Pearls shade and I'm going to put that, first I'm going to wipe that off. There's a little bit of other product in that. I'm going to take that just in my inner corner. Alright you guys, here's the finished look. I'll give you one more look close up and then I'll zoom you out. And here's the final look zoomed out. On the rest of my face, I stayed with the Jouer blush in Adore. And on my lips, I used the Hourglass, what is this? Peacemaker lip product. I don't know what this official name is for this, but that's what's on my lips today. I'm starting with Fancy That in the crease. Then I'm going to warm that up with It's Cashmere, the warm matte shade. And I'm going to deepen all that up with Oh That's Rich. And I'm just going to give everything a good blend. I'm going to take Princess Cut here, just on my finger, and I'm going to put that in the outer third. That has a really nice gold shift to it. And I think I'm actually going to deepen that up a little bit with Highly Selective. Just going to top that over what I just did. Okay, now I'm going to take Diamonds for Breakfast, just on my index finger, and I'm going to pack that on top of everything. All right, once again, I'm going to dip into this Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette for the black shadow, and I'm using that to line my upper lash line. We're not done. I almost forgot the lower lash line. Can't forget that. I'm going to take Oh That's Rich and just run that along the lower lash line. And then taking Oh That's Cashmere and just blending that out some. Now I'm going to finish off the rest of the face and I will be right back. Okay guys, so here is the finished look. I'll give you one more close-up shot of the eyes here. And here's a zoomed out shot so you can kind of see how everything is working together better. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and talk about this palette. So first of all, the packaging. Gonna be honest, not my favorite. Don't love the Pretty Rich theme. I don't know, it just seems kind of kitschy and maybe like it's marketed towards younger people. I don't know, but I think it's like probably like around a $50 palette. So I don't know how many younger people out there are able to afford a $50 palette. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's a stretch for adults. So yeah, the palette itself mimics those diamond gel pressed glitter shades. I like that just fine, but I just don't like this cushy kind of push. You can kind of like push it in. I don't know. It just not my favorite. So, but what is inside, I absolutely love. Also, the mirror is pretty small. I felt like they could have done a bigger mirror in this. There's a lot of just kind of wasted space here. It does look like a ring box though, which I guess is, what they're going for with this palette here. So I guess I don't understand, if they're going for like the diamond theme, why wouldn't they call it like something with diamonds instead of Pretty Rich? Just my thought. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the product inside. So I've swatched it all for you. I still have it all on my hand. I'm just going to kind of talk shade by shade here. So this first shade here, Diamonds for Breakfast, is an absolutely beautiful kind of taupey glitter with kind of silver, and then there's like a little it's multi-dimensional, so there's also kind of some pink toned glitters in that shadow. Just absolutely stunning on the eyes. All of the glitters are in this palette. This next shade here, it's Designer. Honestly, haven't used that shade. It's just kind of a skin tone shade. It's this one right here, which you're not going to be able to really see. I suppose you could use this for a brow bone highlight if you're my tone of skin, but I don't really, I always skip that step. I just never really do that. So if you're a person who likes to set your, whatever you prime your lids with, either primer or concealer, then you could use it for that. This shade here, the Fancy That, is a nice cool tone shade. It blends fine, it works fine. Not my favorite shade on me. I do like it when I pair it with the warm shade down here, but by itself I just realized as I was doing different looks, I just don't like that cool tone shade alone on me. I like it mixed with a warm tone shade. And then this next shade here, Fancy That, is a shimmer. What I will say about the shimmers is that they are not super pigmented, and on their own I don't think they wow me that much. They're not bad, they're just not the best. So I wore this under this gold shade one day and that was really pretty. But yeah, just, oh, and I also did this on my lid in a my trying new makeup video, which I will link below, and it was pretty. It's not the highest quality. It's not the thing in this palette that's gonna make you go wow. Down here we have Clutch Your Pearls. This is a really duochrome shade. You can see it here. It's, oops. Here on my hand, it really shifts to pink, especially when I put it on my eyes, which is fine, but probably one I won't get a ton of use out of just because I like an inner corner highlight that's a little more not so duochrome, I guess. Princess Cut is a pink with a really strong gold shift to it. That's this one right here on my hand. Wait, did I show you? It's this one right here. Again, if that's your thing, you'll like this shadow. It's got like little gold glittery bits in it. It's not the same though as the glitters in this palette. So yeah, I did wear this underneath this pink shade, but again, just like with Fancy That, I do like Fancy That quite a bit more than Princess Cut, but doesn't wow me. Now this Diamond Glitterati, I do have this on my lids today. Stunning shade, glitter shade. Pairs really well with this Fluent in Diamonds, which is also on my lids today. It's just so pretty. And then Highly Selective. This one is pretty, but again, I feel the same way about this shimmer that I do as all the other shimmers. It's closer to how I feel about Filthy Rich than how I feel about Princess Cut. But yeah, just again, I'm not like super wowed. But Fluent in Diamonds, this gold, which is in my inner third of my lid and in my inner corner, is absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Moving on to It's Cashmere, the warm matte in the palette. It's a great warm matte, works perfectly on my tone of skin. So yeah, you know, you'll want to keep that into consideration. It may not work on everybody, but yeah, really like that. Don't Carrot All, get it? C-A-R-A-T, Don't Carrot, like carrot, diamond carrots. Haven't used that one yet. But Oh That's Rich is a great rich deepening shade for your crease, or like deepening up your outer V of your eye. Kohl Under Pressure is this black here. Now it has like little glitter bits in it. I've used this one on my lid, as you saw in the looks that I did. A little bit hard to blend, but I also used this one to line my eyes today. It got a little bit messy, but it actually works really well as a liner. And I'm a person who likes to use black shadow as a liner. Sometimes when you get like black shadows that have like glitter particles in it, they don't work that great as like an eyeliner, but this one really did with an angled brush. So I'm glad I went ahead and tried that out. Silver Spoon is really pretty. Shimmer, especially paired underneath this Diamond Life. This whole row here, it just makes a really nice kind of smoky blue eyeshadow look. Which you saw already on me. And then Set the Jewel Tone. Love this shade for the lid or for a pop of color on the lower lash line. I will say I would suggest using a setting spray on your brush, like dipping into the product and then spraying your brush to get more pigment out of this. And then last but not least, we have this Diamond Life glitter shade here. This one has the most multi-dimension glitters in it, and it's just, it looks really pretty paired with this blue shade, and it's just a really pretty shade. So, you know, you get just so many different options with this palette. You know, you can wear the glitters together, you can wear them on their own, and it's just, oh, yeah, it's really a nice palette. One thing I need to tell you guys, it's really kind of important if you're going to use this shadow, and what I read on the box is a Too Faced tip prime lids with Too Faced glitter glue. I did that the first day I used this palette, and my eyeshadow creased within 2 hours. So the rest of the time I've been using this palette with the glitters, I have not used the glitter glue, and they have lasted up to 12 hours. I've also seen other YouTubers say use the glitter glue. I'm gonna say don't use the glitter glue, especially if you have oily, not especially, particularly if you have oily lids. I would suggest just going in with your finger into the glitter product and tapping it on your lid. You know, everybody's body chemistry works different, so maybe that won't work for you. But if you got this palette and you've been using the glitter glue like Too Faced suggested, and it's creasing on you, give it another go without the glitter glue. And I personally think if you have eyelids like mine that tend to be oily and your eyeshadows crease, if you don't use a something like Urban Decay Primer Potion, I never use concealer to set my eyes because my eyeshadow will crease if I use concealer. But if I use Urban Decay Primer Potion, then my eyeshadows last. Same with these glitters. Like, just give it another go without the glitter glue. Okay, so yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say about this. Now, this was a collection. It came with some highlighters and some lip glosses. I did not purchase any of that because it didn't interest me. I just purchased the eyeshadow palette. So just so you know that those other things are out there in the line. But yeah, I think if you have the money to spend and you like this type of product, I think you'd be happy with it. So all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I have enjoyed working on this video for you all. It's taken, you know, for how I do my makeup and life, you know, and stuff, like it's taken me several days, so I'm super excited to kind of get this all put together for you and see how it goes. So anyway, I got a lot of editing to do is what I mean. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!